Cheers, brother.
You've had this before.
Glenfield?
Glenfield. Glenfiddich? Fiddich? How do you say it? Doesn't matter. 2 Ds.
Yeah, Glenfiddich. Or Glenfiddich.
Single malt Scotch whiskey. Our Amontillado sherry cask finish. This vibrant single malt is matured for 12 years in American and European oak sherry casks.
Well, who got you that one?
I bought this.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah,
So nobody to blame but you.
It's good.
No, it is good. I'm just kidding.
Fantastic.
What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Dad Noise.
Ooh, that's good.
Yeah, that just warmed me up.
Like that?
Welcome back to Dad Noise. There is a blizzard outside right now as we are recording.
That's not a blizzard.
Well, it is. No, it's more snow than we're going to get.
Yeah, we'll see.
Than we got last time.
It's raining right now, so we'll see.
So, but yeah, here we are for you guys, for the peeps. Got another episode in. Have a little conversation. How you doing?
Good. We put our lives on the line for our
Got a nail on my tire on the way here.
fixed.
Yeah.
Problem solved. That's what men do, baby.
John did fix it.
That's what men do.
John did fix it.
We are putting our lives on the line for
For the peeps.
32 subscribers.
Look at that. Isn't that double what we had last time?
No, doubles. No, I think.
Weren't we talking about having 16 subscribers?
But I was off.
A couple episodes ago?
Yeah, but I was off. We had 22. Now we're at 32. So up 10.
Hey, the 10 of you, thank you.
Up 10 without recording an episode.
The 10 of you, well, maybe we should just not record at all.
Yeah.
And then we'll just get random,
I
subscribers.
don't like what I have to say. Listen, the only loyal person I know, well, there's 2 loyal people. First is Danny, because he texts me whenever.
Post it for the algorithm. I appreciate it.
Yeah. Danny texts me whenever he watches.
Yeah, guys, get some comments in there. Argue with each other in the comment section. Whatever.
It's just Danny.
I know. Somebody in there and go curse Danny out or something, or do something to get him pissed off. That way you guys can have a debate.
And then Jose watches it. He'll text me when he watches
that
it.
helps the algorithm a lot.
Anyway, we're brought to you by you not being a 8-time champion. 8?
Oh yeah.
No.
Since last recording, the Super Bowl happened, and for anybody that knows me knows that I'm a Pats fan. Got all the rings here on the table. Rough one. Rough day.
Yeah, it wasn't good.
Well, I wasn't expecting to win. Let's be very frank. We weren't even supposed to be there. Yeah. But I said, hey, here's what I said before the game. I told a few of you guys, we're either going to win a close game or we're going to get blown out. And the final score does not tell the whole story. It was much worse than what the final score ended up showing. So, yeah, rough day. But on the bright side, we're out here. We're back, dude. Back to the Super Bowl. I know nobody's happy about that. I get it. I'm very happy about that. The team's only going to improve. Vrabel is the man. We got a team now with our best wide receiver has 8 baby mamas.
Nice.
And 32 kids. It's crazy.
Yikes.
Stephon Diggs, shout out. Our quarterback, Drake May, Daddy Drake, King Drake, doing his thing. He'll be back. He had a rough Super Bowl, dude.
There's only one Drake, bro. And it ain't him. Sorry.
Dude, Soulja Boy. I watched this video talking about Drake, dude.
Soulja Boy, dude.
He was talking about Drake this week, and he said something. I don't know anything that happens in that world, but apparently they have beef.
Shocker.
But that was stupid. Anyways.
Rat beef. Amazing.
But yeah, Super Bowl was rough, but the halftime show got some
criticism.
Some people riled up, got some criticism, and I know we don't agree totally, you and I. I think kind of rightly so, but you don't agree that it should have been criticized, right?
It wasn't a bad show. Okay.
According to what? Compared to what?
If you don't. Okay, first of all,
do you speak Spanish, dude?
That's not relevant. Do you a little?
Only way you could have enjoyed that is if you spoke Spanish,
and I understand that. But do you listen to Bad Bunny?
No.
Okay, so that's problem one, right?
Problem one? No. I'm not missing Bad Bunny in my life. Guess what? Most people that watch the NFL,
all right,
probably don't listen to Bad Bunny either.
Look, here's my taste in music, okay? For the most part, and you know this, hard rap, okay? Now,
I just say it like that.
now I dabble in classic rock, big classic rock guy, Queen, Pink Floyd, AC/DC, Rolling Stone, like you name it, okay? Anything 70s, 80s that my dad listened to, 60s, Van Halen, you name it, I'm in. And I dabble here and there. I do like Latin music. And when I say Latin music, I don't mean like Sergio Mendes, who I do listen to, and I think Sergio Mendes is phenomenal. But when you're talking like, I guess you call it Latin, I mean, what does that even categorize it? What genre is that? Latin pop?
Like Bad Bunny?
Yeah, Bad Bunny. Who's the other guy? Famous guy. J Balvin, like those guys.
Don't know who that is.
Yes, you do. Stop.
I do not know who that J Balvin is, dude. I have no idea who that is.
All right. Well, regardless, they make good music if you like that genre, right? I can find people who don't like.
I think the key word there is if you like that genre.
Sure. But if you have Janet Jackson performing, she also makes good music. Not for me. But I'm not going to say it sucked because I didn't like it, or because I don't like her.
Yeah, but this isn't like a soccer World Cup. Like it's not a World Cup final where most people watching at least speak the language.
Okay. Well,
like dude, vast majority of the people that watch the NFL are
Americans, white people. Yes.
No, black people and white people.
But Americans.
Yeah. Most Spanish people are watching soccer.
All right.
Like,
well, let's clarify
like
this.
I'm just saying, like most people that watch the Super Bowl, black people and white people, which are the majority, right? Americans, but like
people who watch football
but
and
there
basketball.
are people outside of America that also watch football. What I'm saying is, ethnically, it's white people and black people that make up the majority of people that watch football.
Sure.
And then you're gonna make the halftime show not cater to any one of those people.
Okay. Two biggest idiots in the NFL. Number one, I think we can agree, is Jerry Jones.
Sure.
Number two, Roger Goodell.
Sure.
Say
Yeah.
Roger Goodell went to Jay-Z and said, give me a hit artist. Jay-Z, now you can blame Roger Goodell for going to Jay-Z, but Jay-Z picked Bad Bunny.
Sure.
Okay? I didn't have a problem with the performance. My problem was that the performance was the Super Bowl halftime. In the sense of this,
Exactly.
Because if you took that performance and that was just a concert, it would have been great.
Exactly. I'm with you.
Here's my problem. Here's why I think the NFL missed. Because 2026 is the 250th anniversary of America.
Right.
Right? Football, not basketball, not baseball.
America's sport.
Is America's sport. Unfortunately, I'm a basketball guy. I can't stand baseball, and I'll watch football when it's on. Right? Football is America's sport. You had an opportunity to go out and put on the greatest show of all time.
Dude, you had an opportunity to just unite people.
Yes.
Like all this did was divide people.
I don't agree with that.
My biggest. It did, bro. Half the people hated it. Half the people didn't care. Well, a third of the people hated it. A third of the people didn't care, and a third of the people actively supported, despite not knowing what the heck he was talking about.
And then you got Turning Point doing their own thing. I'm like, bro, what are you guys?
Whoa. The halftime show was sick.
Are you Kid Rock?
That's just one performer.
He's the most popular one there.
So what?
Kid Rock is not. This is not O2.
I agree. I don't listen to Kid Rock.
This is what was good from Turning Point. That you had, I think, at 1.5 million people viewing that.
Yeah, I didn't watch it.
That works. It's great news for them because you can now market this.
Right.
You can now have a separate halftime show.
But there's a reason
they
did that and it was successful. The fact that people went to go watch it is something. It says something. Dude, you saw the videos of the people in the stadium.
Yeah, they didn't. They were just
nobody. Everybody was standing there like this, just like
yeah.
And you had maybe one or two people that are like enjoying the performance. First of all, what was that? Like a jungle? Like you couldn't, dude. If you look at the camera from people recording from the stands, you couldn't even see. Dude. That performance was made for TV.
Yeah,
it wasn't made for anybody at the stadium, which is understandable because that's where most of the audience is viewing. But still, if I'm there at the stadium, I paid $10,000 to go watch.
I want to see it.
I want to see what's going on.
Yeah.
And they couldn't see anything.
Yeah.
Just a jungle. But dudes inside the...
I didn't have a problem with the performance. I had a problem with, there was right in the beginning, because I watched the halftime show because my wife is Spanish and she wanted to watch it. And there was a point where he was like walking through this little jungle maze, and then there was like two dudes grinding up against.
I was going to talk about that next.
And I was like, yuck.
That's a problem, dude.
Bro.
That's a problem.
If you want to listen,
it's a problem.
If you want to agree or disagree with anything in life, okay? Anything, it doesn't matter. Religion, sex, doesn't matter. If it's on TV, you cannot cater to an audience 18 plus. You need to cater to. There's a reason why.
Sure.
There's a reason why sitcoms at night don't say anything other than ass or like maybe the B word.
Right.
Maybe because you have children at home.
Right.
Right.
Well, there's a problem. Like, there's an issue there. Like, from a. We talked about a little bit about this a few episodes ago. Just from the debauchery standpoint, where it's like
debauchery.
Yeah, dude. Because
no, it's just a funny word.
The thing is, like, all I ask from people is like any level of consistency. Meaning,
sure,
if you're a Christian, but you prioritize your ethnic background, your identity over your Christianity, and decide to watch the halftime show from a guy who's, I'm not going to say actively mocked Christianity, but I've seen some of his concerts.
Yeah, he's done some stuff.
There's some really wild stuff, symbolic wild stuff. If you're gonna, but then you say, well, no, but he's Puerto Rican, he's Spanish, so like I'm gonna support him, I'm gonna watch him, and you call yourself a Christian. I think that's a huge mistake, and it's just you can't put your ethnic background, your ethnicity, your identity above your morals and what you call yourself. If you call yourself a Christian, you just can't. So like, you can't halfway support debauchery when you have a guy who actively wears dresses. Who we saw two guys in the halftime show like grind on each other. He's had other concerts of mocking Christianity or doing things. And I'm not saying he is actively mocking Christianity. I'm not even saying it's his own decision. Could be the talent agency. Could be whatever. The point being is we can't have a halfway, like, yeah, I support him because he's Puerto Rican and I'm whatever Spanish, even though I don't agree with this stuff. Now, you can't be in that in between. You can't be on the fence. Like, that's my only issue. Is I've seen people I are in my circle and maybe in my like just outside my circle that I know of people who call themselves Christian, but then will actively support, let's say, Bad Bunny and everything that he does because of this ethnicity / whatever, Puerto Rican, or it's a thing against ICE and Donald Trump, whatever. The problem with choosing him as the guy to sing the halftime show is that it encompassed all of this, right? It encompassed the whole ICE thing, the Puerto Rico thing, and if it's something that you support that goes against anything that Trump might be doing, people are gonna jump all over it, right? That's the other issue. It was political in a way, because if you just got if you got anybody else, especially like being a 250th, I didn't even think about that actually. Now that you brought that up, you're right.
You could have had U2.
Dude, it was a chance to
You could have had the Rolling Stones.
Yeah,
you
it was a
could have
chance to
went
get guys
all
like
out,
that,
bro.
like something that is
Yep.
Could have been a bunch of different 3 or 4 different bands that are like American.
Yeah.
Because it's that anniversary. We're never gonna have a 250 again. Like
Right.
this is the first one. So that would have been really cool because it would have been a chance to like unite people. And there would be a theme behind it, which is the birthday, the 50th birthday of this country. So, but my biggest issue is the whole like, no matter what, because he's Spanish, I don't care what he does, I support it. That's my biggest issue, and that's with me with anything. Like,
Sure.
like I don't care what it is. If it ends up going against my moral beliefs, and it's just overall just debauchery. Again, two guys grinding in the freaking, like that to me is a problem, dude. Like you said, you have children watching the Super Bowl. Like it's not, you can't cater, like you said, to an 18 plus audience. Like you have to cater to everybody.
You want to do that at a concert, that's fine.
Right. People have to pay money to get in there. People are watching Super Bowl for free.
And you can't bring an 11-year-old. I mean, you could if you're a scumbag.
No. But at the stadium, you couldn't even see that. They're far away. But on TV.
Well, they saw it on the big screen. It was playing on the big screen.
Right. But like if the kid is not looking, like that one I can understand. But on TV, we don't have a choice but to watch whatever they're showing us.
Right.
And I'm sure there's a bunch of kids watching, But that's the thing, dude. But this is like, not to get off topic. I'm just gonna bring this up. We go back, but like the whole thing we see like with different books in the library in certain school districts that we see that all have like sex and have all these sexual innuendos and talks about puberty in a very sexual way. Talks about there's books that teach people how to masturbate, like, and all these things that are in schools and in libraries for middle schoolers and like first graders. You know what I'm saying? Like,
that's disgusting.
But like those people that support that don't care that this happened in the Super Bowl, and that's the problem. It's not just because it was a Super Bowl halftime show It's because this just speaks to the wider problem that's already been happening. So the debauchery is my biggest problem. If Bad Bunny, I don't like Bad Bunny, but if he came out and he did a show, everything was fine. I wish he spoke more English, but I guess, you know, so at least I can understand. I did see those videos though, people translate like with the beat, they'll go on translating and it makes no sense. It's kind of funny. But like, I wish he spoke more English, but like at the end of the day, the debauchery is my biggest problem.
Yeah, I do agree, but the problem too is that, you know, you can consider yourself a Christian as we do. I still listen to stuff that, Bad Bunny aside, you know, I listen to rap, you know. I'm not out here committing murder, selling drugs, and, you know, paying for prostitutes, but that's a lot of what their songs is about. But it's still, for me, it's good music. That doesn't mean I live that lifestyle, right? But I don't know, agree to disagree. I like it. The positives for me were, I'm happy to see that the country that is built on immigrants is not just the Puerto Rican community, it's anything. Indian, South American, whatever community, this country is built on immigrants. It's great that somebody who has become popular, I guess, made it in this country. But also respect the country that you're in and understand that you can't, it's America. So,
I mean, that's exactly. As much as I would have rather, because of the situation, have like
they should have done it. They should have done it next year.
An all-American band or whatever.
Should have been rock music.
I also agree with you. I think I'm not against people like Spanish artists or whatever making it and being successful. That's awesome. That's the whole point of this country. You come here, you do well, and you work hard. You'll be successful, and people will support you and follow you, and you'll build a following, and then you'll continue to make great music, whatever. Like, that's the whole point. I'm not against that either. It was just the idea that it was a good opportunity to get everybody on the same page.
Yeah, I agree.
Behind a monumental year that is a
time filled
250 years, bro. It's a crazy year.
And it's a time filled with turmoil. And I agree that you can make a lot of big things. Unless you go and mess it up like Billie Eilish did, who's an absolute idiot with her comments about, are you kidding?
With what?
Billie Eilish wore the ice, like all those idiots with like anti-ice or get ice out.
Yeah.
And she, you know, nobody's, what is it?
No one is illegal on stolen land.
Oh my.
I love those comments.
Land is bought, conquered. What's the other one? Or traded for, whatever the case may be.
We conquered. I mean, I don't care. The U.S. conquered this land. It is what it is.
Listen, man, and I just finished watching Yellowstone. Okay, I understand the concept of this was our land, and then we couldn't defend it, so we lost it. But that's it
goes deeper. It goes deeper than that. They couldn't defend it against the settlers, but before that, they were fighting amongst themselves between the tribes. So who do we give the land back to? The tribe we took it from, or 3 tribes ago that they stole from the other tribe?
3.
That's what I'm saying. Like people ask this, we should give the land back to the natives. Like, which natives? They were killing themselves, raping each other, pillaging each other here for generations before the Europeans arrived. So that idea, like, they were stealing land from each other for generations. And guess what? So is the entire world. The entire world is running back and forth on power, manpower, and they're fighting to take over, and they attack the weak. And if the weak can't defend themselves or defend the land, they lose it. That's just history.
Yeah,
that's just the way it works.
The cherry on top was the tribe, whatever, that her mansion is built on. Said that she didn't reach out to them to give the land back. Cherry on top, bro. Like
it's only a thing until it comes back to until it hits something personal.
You sound good on live TV, but you don't know what you're fighting for, bro. Like,
but it's because nobody's illegal and something. Everybody around, yeah, woohoo! Oh my god, yes, a girl slay. It's like you don't even know what she's talking about, dude. Like, I can go to those people and ask, what do you mean by that? Are you ready to give up your land then? Are you ready to give up your house?
Yeah, none of
them are going to say yes.
Nobody would.
I love those videos where it's like I don't believe in borders. We should have open borders.
Without borders, you don't have a country.
And then they're like, okay, so can you sign this petition here for that? And it's like, okay, cool. And they go in and sign. It's like, all right, great. So when would you be available to have one of the immigrants come live at your house?
Never.
Since you believe in open borders.
Never.
There's not enough housing, but so temporarily we're going to put them in your house. They're like, oh, no, I can't do that. I don't have space. Oh, no, the government should do it. Oh, so my money should do it. Your money should do it. But they won't actively go out there and house these people. That's crazy, dude. It's the most ridiculous thing.
Bro, it's a level of retardation that just doesn't. I can't fathom.
Yeah.
I can't fathom. If you stopped for a second, just to think, do some critical thinking. How do you think all the countries became countries?
Yeah.
Bought or conquered,
Yeah, exactly.
or you got it in a trade. Like what do you like?
Yeah.
Louisiana Purchase, bro.
Yeah.
Keyword in there. Purchase. We bought it. Anyways.
Napoleon made a bad deal.
Yeah, well. Too late.
Yeah. Don't you have good news for us?
Yeah, Don Lemon got arrested.
Oh. That's one of the good news you got?
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, he was released, dude. I hate Don Lemon, dude. He's such an
I'm out
idiot.
of the loop. Just so you guys know, because of Lent, I don't have social media. So my news, I don't have any new. I have no idea what's going on. Just past since Wednesday. So,
well, a couple weeks ago, Don Lemon got arrested. I
saw that.
He flew out to Minnesota.
He went into the church, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
His dumbass.
Big problem.
He brought coffee to the protesters. Bro. Listen, man. Whether you're big media, right? CNN, Fox, whatever, ABC. Whether you're independent journalist, right? Benny Johnson, Piers Morgan, Megyn Kelly, doesn't matter. Don Lemon. That's fine. But there's a difference between reporting the media, reporting the news, and going out and participating. If I was in that church, okay, it doesn't matter whether you are pro-ICE, anti, it doesn't matter. If I'm in the church, dude, because to me, it's the same thing if you were at my house. If I'm in my house and somebody knocks on my door trying to interview me, I'm going to be like, yo, I'm going to kick you in your face. Get off, leave. I don't want to, you could be on my side or against me. I don't want to talk to you on my thing. People go into church to worship, to learn the word of God, and you're out there in the church. Then he got arrested. Thank God, because I hate Don Lemon. I think he's a moron.
He's pretty dumb.
He's an idiot. And people are going to say, oh, you're saying that because he's anti-Trump. Nope. Oh, you're saying that because he's gay. Nope. Oh, you're saying that because he's black. Nope. I'm saying he's an idiot because he's an idiot. I watch Officer Tatum. Officer Tatum's black. Big fan of his. Don Lemon's a moron. Low IQ.
Yeah, he's an idiot for all the above.
All of the above. And he's married to a white guy, which is funny because I thought whites suppressed.
They all are.
Interesting, right? But
so is AOC.
Yeah, interesting, right? And we suppressed them. Anyways, but yeah, he got arrested. Then he got. I think Trump's going to go after him, but he's not going to win.
Well, there is a case to be made there. The separation of church and state, so to speak.
But there's the other act. What's the name of the act that he violated? I forget the name.
I know. Yeah, there is an act that he violated. I forget the name now too. Look it up real quick.
It's like Peace Act or something like that. Or
yeah, you cannot interrupt a place of worship with protest, especially if they're not welcoming you there. And that's the big mistake. Same thing, but if I was in that church and people started coming in, I'd be like,
Face Act, that's what it is.
You guys get out of here. Yeah, the Face Act. You guys get the heck out of here now. It's not gonna fly here. As much as you said, like if somebody walks into my house, well, this is the house of God. So I'll protect it harder than I would even my house.
But see, I don't know. I'm torn. I mean, I guess I have to do more research, but like I'm torn, right? Because like if you don't, I mean, I guess it's different, right? Like if you're out, like let's say you don't believe in God. Let's say you are a atheist, and somebody goes and protests outside of a church. I mean, I guess
outside of a church is not a problem.
But I mean, I guess you have that
inside
right.
of the church is the problem.
Correct, right? I guess you have that right. You know,
no, you can't protest in private property. That's just a fact. You can't protest on or in private property. So if the church says get out, there you go. You no longer have the right to be there to protest. And now, even if this wasn't a church, but the fact that it is a church is what makes it unlawful, because there is a separation of church and state, meaning that no politics should or will affect the church. When the separation of church and state was talked about, first of all, it's not law. This was letters that Thomas Jefferson was writing to a church, essentially essentially making them, reassuring them that the government will not interfere in church affairs. It wasn't that the church would not interfere in government affairs. It was that the government would not interfere in church affairs. People don't realize that. Very much so. The founding fathers very much wanted the church to be a part of governance. Wanted Christianity or religion, specifically Christianity, to be a part of governance. One of the requirements for you to even run for office back then was you had to declare a denomination, and you had to make oaths on the Bible, and you had to believe in God. That was you couldn't run for office unless you were a Christian. Think about that. Obviously that doesn't apply now.
It should.
But that was a requirement back then. And the whole idea of separation of church and state that people get wrong all the time is that they think that separation of church and state means that church will not interfere with government. It's not that. It's that the government will not interfere with the church. The church can run and they can worship, they can do whatever they need to do independent and reassure that the government will not stop or interfere with that. On the other side, though, church should very much, Christianity should very much be a part of every single day governance. If I had a choice, obviously, if we had a choice, every single person in government would be a Christian, a natural, devout Christian.
Yeah, we wouldn't have half the problems we have.
Our country and our lives would be much better. Even for non-Christians, that's the amazing thing. Even for non-Christians, your lives would be great if Christians were running this country. But yeah, that's the issue. I hope he gets in trouble. At the very least, I hope he has to pay a lot of money, even if he doesn't get arrested.
He's such an idiot, dude. He's such an idiot. He was, I don't know if I said it to you a couple weeks back when he was in the streets of New York or something, asking people about immigrants, saying that if they come here, they're not committing a crime. It's a misdemeanor.
Yeah.
You're committing a crime, dude.
It's a crime.
AOC's dumbass said the same thing, or not AOC, Jazz and Crockett.
I don't understand.
Just because they're criminals doesn't mean, or just because they commit a crime doesn't mean they're criminals.
Well, that
Are you
line
dumb?
right there is crazy.
Are you dumb?
That line is crazy. Just because they committed a crime is making them criminals. It's like, no, that is the very definition of a criminal.
If I steal something, it makes me a thief, even if I only do it once.
Dude, but even the idea that just because it's a misdemeanor, that it's like, wait,
it's still illegal.
Okay. You still should be able to do it. You still shouldn't do it.
Just idiots, bro.
Like, I don't get it.
Dude, I don't think they know half of what they say. I think it's got to be for clout. It's got to be for media coverage, for clicks, because they're so stupid.
It's virtue signaling, John. It's just you say things that people around you enjoy. It's like what we said. The girl, nobody's
Billie
illegal
Eilish.
in land, because she was in a place where she knew everybody would cheer her on.
Mm-hmm.
But she was in a place that if she says that, everybody would be, yeah.
I don't agree with you. I don't agree with you.
Everybody.
I think
she wouldn't say that in a place.
I agree with that.
Dude, nobody went up there except for Jelly Roll, which was cool. But nobody went up there.
Jelly Roll, baby.
And would say, I support ICE. Nobody. Even if they do. Even if they support ICE.
I think.
So saying the opposite is what gets them like, yeah,
but
you're so good.
I think they genuinely believe it.
Believe what?
Like what Billie Eilish said? Like what she said?
Oh, 100%.
Like,
yeah, they believe it.
And it is low IQ. But I also think it's just.
It's low IQ, but it is calculated.
But I think it's years and years of misinformation.
Yeah.
And lack of research and just lack of intelligence
arguing with them.
They now believe that they're right.
It's the echo chamber. Everybody around them believes what they believe. They all agree with each other. There's nobody there challenging their ideas. All they see is the other side online being talked about from their side's perspective. They never get an actual debate, somebody challenging their ideas.
Well, they did, and they shot him in the neck.
Well, yeah. R.I.P.
R.I.P. Charlie.
Yeah, that's true. So that's exactly it. And then now we find out that the world is run by pedophiles and Satan worshipers who eat children, and that's still not even the most talked about thing on the internet, dude. Like, first of all, let's get this out of the way. Democrats were freaking out asking for these files to come out. I think the majority of them have come out, or a lot of them, at least half of them have come out, and everybody went silent. Everybody went quiet. Dude, the stuff that's in these files, when it first started coming out a couple weeks ago and the release was like 3 million, was that big drop, I had to stop looking at it. I had to stop reading the stuff that was in it because it was genuinely like off-putting. Like I was feeling I was like, it was like
Sick to your stomach.
yeah, I was like sick to my stomach, but I felt really like just dirty, like just because like some of the stuff that you would read about, especially obviously the stuff with children is just disgusting. It's awful. But then to know that there's so many powerful people that at one point or another, a lot of people looked up to and whatnot that are involved in this stuff. And 20 years ago, I was 10, I was 13. I was literally we were probably in middle school saying, yeah, there's like a group of powerful people and they do like crazy rituals in the woods and like they run the world and everybody's like, ha ha, ha, it's really funny. No, it's true.
Yeah.
Like it ends up being true, dude, that they do these crazy rituals.
For nothing.
No. That's the problem. That's the thing. It's not for nothing.
Well,
These rituals work. These child sacrifices work because it's satanic.
in the name of Satan, they work. Yeah.
That's what I'm saying, dude.
Yeah.
That's the crazy part. It's not for nothing. They do it because it works. They sacrifice. First of all, I can go to a big spiel on this, but child sacrifice has been around since
The dawn of time.
the dawn of time. The Old Testament talks about this heavily when the people of Israel showed up to the Promised Land. The people that were there that inhabiting the Promised Land were big on child sacrifices. Molech and Baal, like those are the gods that they were sacrificing these children to. And guess what? It's the same thing, same demons and entities these people sacrifice children to. I'm just putting that out there. The temple that's on Epstein's Island. Have you seen that temple that like?
No.
You seen the picture of the temple? It's like red and white and blue stripes. That temple, if you look at that temple and you look at a depiction of the temple of Baal from back in Babylonian times, almost had like exact same design. So that's the thing, dude, is that these things do work because Satan works through these.
I see it.
You see that? Satan works through these things and Satan gives these people power. So funny enough, we're in Lent now. What does Lent represent? It's the 40 days that Jesus was in the desert getting tempted by Satan. Right?
40 days, bro.
Right. And one of the things that Satan offered Jesus was all the kingdoms and powers of the world, all the principalities, all the power of the world I will give to you if you just bow down and worship me. So that's what Satan offers people, right? Who bow down and worship him. Satan took Jesus and offered him the powers. He tested Jesus saying, hey, jump off this building and your angels will catch you. If you're God, no worry, jump off and your angels will catch you. And Jesus said, it is written, do not test the Lord your God. And then, that's how Satan works. If you want the powers and the fame and all the things of this world, it's very simple what you have to do. And these people know that. Otherwise, they wouldn't be doing these things. And it's funny because the only thing that they go against or that they mock, there's pictures that came out in the Epstein files of crosses and things happening, mockings happening in front of these crosses. It's all anti-Christian. Why is it anti-Christian, John? If it's not real. Why is there only one religion that is actively mocked by these people in power doing these disgusting things in the background? Because it's the only one that is real. Mm-hmm. Jesus said, I am the way, the truth, and the life. Nobody comes to the Father except through me. There is no other option. There is no other religion. There is no other way to get to the Father except through Christ. And these people know that. But because their life will be much... Oh, no.
What?
Stop recording. Oh, wait. It still says recording.
What did it say on this thing?
It said recording stopped.
But it's still recording?
Now it is. It says...
Technical difficulties.
I guess it's still recording. Now my headset just stopped working. There you go. I hope it's still recording.
I'll keep an eye out.
So it's because Christianity is real that they mock it. They wouldn't mock it if it was fake. They wouldn't be wasting their time. And these child sacrifices, they do work. They're not for nothing. And this is what gives them their fame, their power, and all the things that
and their eternal life, right? With the what is it? With the blood? What's it called? What's the name?
Oh, from the children's blood. Dude, did you just look into that at all?
No,
about how much
I don't want to.
How much you would need? Dude, let's go into this a little bit. Some of the most disgusting stuff I saw. One of the very disturbing ones was the little girl who was about to get, I don't think we can say the word, about to get graped.
Graped.
And She said, I'm not scared because I have Jesus.
Oof.
It's a little girl. I'm not scared because I have Jesus. And the people dressed up as Jesus and then raped her. Just think about how dude, that puts like a fire in my gut, dude. I that gets me so pissed off, honestly.
There's people, dude.
It's just like, it's one of those things, like I can't even imagine that little girl in that situation, just completely helpless. And the mocking, right there, those guys just like, oh yeah, you think Jesus is going to save you? I'm going to do it. So,
bro, listen.
It really, dude,
hell is real.
It irks me so much.
Hell is real. People think that hell is on earth. No, hell is real. And there is a special place reserved in hell for people who not just mock Jesus, but people who are just evil.
Yeah.
There's a special place.
Yeah.
And you have no words, because I can't even, you get cringed and you get skeeved out about it, reading it.
It's so cringe, dude.
But imagine you get like that reading about it from afar. Imagine if it was a family member. Like, I have this conversation with my wife all the time, bro. If somebody ever tries to do my family harm, they better get me. They better get me. Because if they get my wife or my son or any future children that I have, I go on a one-way mission.
We just had technical difficulty there. The camera just blocked off. I'm sorry. But
sorry.
Continue. If they don't get you, sorry.
They better get me, because if they don't and they get my family,
yeah,
I'm on a one-way. Like, it's a one-way ticket. I'm not coming back.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's my wife, the same thing. As wrong as that is of me, it's one of those things I don't know how much control I would have in that moment. I legitimately do not know how much control or lack thereof I would have to keep myself from doing something really stupid.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, I never want to be in I think I ask God that I'm never put in that situation. But the whole Epstein stuff is disgusting. It's obviously, it's vile. But if this doesn't put a fire in people's butts,
it's not, dude. Nobody's gonna get in trouble from this.
No. I know that. I'm not.
That's the problem.
Justice will not be not be served here.
Never, bro. And it's not just politicians.
But that's not the point. It's not about the things. It's not about the justice of this life. Like, these people will get their justice.
Oh yeah.
Like, God,
judgment day will come.
I forget what verse it is, but God literally says, "Vengeance is mine." Like that is a verse. So like,
dude, that's so heavy.
I agree, and I believe that the final justice and final vengeance will be God's.
Dude, that is so heavy, not because of the words, but because of who it came from.
Right.
That is so heavy, dude.
It's one. It makes you feel good that in the end justice will be served. Right. So that's one of those things. But we as Christians need to believe that the justice will be served. It may not be served right now. It doesn't really feed our flesh of seeing that justice done now.
But it will be.
But it will be. So vengeance will be mine. But the fire that I'm talking about is more like people that see this and are, like you mentioned before, atheists. Ask yourself, why so much anti-Christian rhetoric in these files? Just ask yourself that question. Why is it anti-Christian? Why not
Muhammad,
Buddhist or anti-Muslim or anti
anything,
Hindu, whatever, anything? It's anti-Christian.
Yeah.
It's anti the one religion that says there's only one way to come to the Father, one way to receive eternal life. Listen, man, you got to ask yourself, atheists love to call themselves
smart.
No, logical. They call themselves logical. If you are logical, these questions, you need to ask yourself these questions and then answer them through. Because here's the thing. The answer is either those people in power that are doing all these things are just as stupid as the Christians, like from their perspective or from an atheist perspective, that they believe these things are real, or these things are real.
Right.
So you only have two options. So either these people that are doing all these things are idiots.
Which is fair.
All of these people, but all of them have to be idiots and have to be idiots for long enough to keep doing this, or it's real. And in whichever case, you as this person should go look into it. People should go look into it. Not into the Epstein files, look into the claims that they're making against Christianity and why they're making these claims. That's the real thing.
Well, I'll say this to you. Everybody was gung-ho. And again, this goes back to that liberal mentality that just the common sense is not present. The Biden administration sat on those files, did nothing. You know why they did nothing? And they went after Trump in court? Because there's nothing they could have charged Trump on that. So what do they do? Oh, Trump's in the files. I see it all the time on Facebook. Oh, Trump's a pedophile. Yeah? How? And then
nothing's come out yet, right?
When anybody that I know, and listen, I don't think Trump's the savior, bro.
I will say this. I think they've really dropped the ball on his whole Epstein stuff.
Yes.
The Trump administration
yes.
did not do a good job.
Nope.
Pam Bondi, Kash Patel, they did not. Dude, I remember this 4 or 5 months ago. They sat down in front of people and said, "Yeah, I know it's a hoax. There is no Epstein files."
Bro.
Dude, Kash Patel sat down and said there are no Epstein files. That's all a hoax.
Because he didn't know what to do. Because he didn't know what to do.
He's like, if there was Epstein files, I would have released them. I saw what they had, and there's nothing there. Dude, they legitimately lied to us.
This is not the only
reason.
Dropped
the ball. And apparently, this is, I don't know if you saw this. This is like inside information what happened. Trump sat his entire cabinet down and his staff and said, you guys release this. He was apparently cursing, going off in the White House. You guys better release this effing thing now or you guys are all fired. Like, I am sick and tired of this, like, whatever.
PBD.
And he forced everybody to
PBD said it best. Patrick Bet David said it best. I agree with you that they dropped the ball on this.
Dropped the ball completely.
What they should have done, because if there's one thing that unifies, two things that unifies a nation, A, war.
Sometimes. Justified war.
Right.
Yeah.
B, well, 9/11 wasn't justified. In terms of, I'm not talking about conspiracy theory. I'm talking about invading the wrong country. I'm talking about
everybody was behind the Afghanistan invasion. Like, we're all behind.
Right,
the whole country was united.
Right. Yeah. Why? Not because of oil, but because
it was justified. We got attacked
because of the loss of life. Right.
Yeah.
And a second thing that will unify a nation, pure evil, going after pure evil, and it doesn't matter if you're.
What do you mean by that?
That it doesn't matter if you're gay or straight, black, white, Christian, atheist. It doesn't matter. Republican, Democrat. What's in the files, unless you're out of your mind, right? Unless you're a lunatic that you belong in an insane asylum, everything that they were doing to these kids and on the island is wrong.
Yeah, but
wrong.
You can only say that if you're a Christian.
Well, I mean, you don't have to be a Christian. If you're eating kids, it's still disgusting.
According to what?
Morality.
Where's morality come from? I'm just following the logic.
No, sure.
If you're an atheist, no, this is a real thing. If you're an atheist, you literally cannot claim that anything that was on the Epstein files is wrong, because if you do, you're going to be borrowing from my worldview as a Christian.
Well, right. It's the same people who say, remember when the last couple of years they're trying to change the word from pedophile to what is it?
Yeah,
to minor
gender affirming kids. Minor affirming kids.
Somebody who's attracted to minors. I forget what the name.
Attracted kids. Yeah. Minor attracted people.
It's still gross.
Listen,
gross.
What is hate and love to atheists? It's just chemical reactions in my brain. That's all it is. It's just over the last billions of years of evolution, my brain has developed a way to make chemical reactions that allow me to love my wife.
Okay.
There's nothing else. It's nothing else other than chemical reactions. So if I go and kill my wife, it's just a chemical reaction. You can't blame. That's evolution. You can't blame me for doing it. I did it because it's a chemical reaction in my brain.
That's wild.
No. That's the logic.
I'm saying it's a wild logic.
That's the logic. No. They don't adhere to this logic because they borrow from my worldview and say that it's wrong because humans have value. And I'm going to ask them, value according to who? If I'm just a product of evolution, if I just showed up here out of a billion years of evolution, my parents had sex and had me. If I go out and murder 30 people, you can't tell me what I'm doing is wrong because it's just a product of my evolution. But if I'm a Christian, I could tell you're doing this wrong. You know why? Because the people you're harming have value. They're created in God's image. That's why you can't kill anybody, because that person has value, inherent value. They're here for a purpose, and God is going to use them for something. That's why you can't harm them. But as an atheist, you can't even claim human value because according to you, we are all just a product of chemical reactions over billions and billions of years. And it's just nature. Is it wrong for a monkey to kill a monkey in the jungle?
No.
Nobody cares. Why? Because they call it what?
Nature.
Nature. That's the atheist worldview.
You sound like Charlie Kirk.
I
bro.
shouldn't be able to kill you, but you can't even tell me why. And if you do tell me why because you have value, you're borrowing from Christianity. And you can't do that. You have to stick to your worldview.
Damn.
Come on, dude.
Got him.
People are
Got
crazy,
'em.
dude. People are crazy.
Listen, all I'm saying is the reason they dropped the ball is
Yes.
because, yes, they should have released it and they said there was nothing. Okay. But what I'm saying
Liars.
what I'm saying is war, justified war. If it doesn't, somebody can bomb us tomorrow and kill thousands of people, the entire country is going to stand up and be like, I agree with us going to war with these people. The other thing that is supposed to unite people is people who harm children. So if the Trump administration was smart, they should have, again, the Biden administration sat on these files. Trump, by a black and white definition, yes, Trump is in the files, just like Elon Musk, just like Bill Gates, just like the Clintons. Yikes.
Yeah.
But if they had anything on Trump, they would have released it. Instead,
Right.
they decided to attack him in court and still lost.
Right.
And if they had released it the way it's supposed to, not 3 million pages and half of it is redacted, you could have gained a lot of followers that you don't have.
Dude, if I was Trump, if I was the administration, if I was Pam Bondi, for example, I would have had a team dedicated to just going through these files.
Also, by the way, she looks really, I'm not saying attractive, but she looks very good for someone who's like 60.
I didn't know she was 60.
She's old. She doesn't look her age, bro.
Yeah, I didn't know that. But if I was Trump administration, I would have told Pam Bondi, hey, I want you.
She's 60. She just
I want
turned
you
60.
to get a team together, and I want this team to go through every single file, and I want you to have names ready to go.
That's what Patel said he was going to do on Rogan.
I know. I want you to have names ready to go. What they did, what the accusation is, what they were linked to, and have it all organized in a nice little, very organized chart. All the names and all of what that they were involved in that is wrong, right? That is unlawful. Release all the files, and on top of the files, the cover should be that chart. There you go. So instead of having people having to go look and make their own conclusions and assumptions, hey, we looked through all the files. Here's all the names that are out there. And here's what they're accused of. But instead, they released them. First of all, they lied to us, say there's no Epstein files. Then there are Epstein files. Then they released the first batch, and which was
Nothing.
There wasn't anything. They released this batch, which was a lot, but again, 3 million files, really hard to go through.
And
for
all
everybody.
redacted.
Most of it redacted. All the names redacted. Like, who are you trying to protect, dude?
Yep.
Who are we protecting?
People in government, bro.
But that's the problem. Like, why are we protecting these people?
Dude, if one person goes, what Hillary Clinton said is a bluff. She was like, I'm here. Let's do it on camera. Let's.
Oh, for sure.
Because if she goes down, everybody goes down.
Right. But
They're all involved, bro.
That's what I'm saying.
They're all involved.
That's why the Trump, this really put a bad taste in my mouth with Trump or his administration is like, the idea here is to drain the swamp. Dude, what better way to drain the swamp, so to speak?
Then clear everybody out.
This right here would drain the freaking swamp,
everybody out.
But
bro.
no, in fact, it's the same crap. Let's just protect the people we care about, protect the ones that are in power, and hopefully people forget about this and move on. Like
Nothing happens, bro. Just same thing with the Somali fraud. What happened with that?
Yeah,
Nothing.
the Somali fraud too.
Nothing.
Yeah.
Nothing. Walls is still there. The mayor is still there. Speaking of mayors, Mamdani, another idiot. Yeah, it's just nothing happens, bro. Nothing happens. Like Mamdani is gonna ruin New York, and the citizens are gonna just be like, and that's it. It's nothing happens, dude. Nothing happens. So it's like part of me is like, why do we even talk about this shit, dude? Like it's just so frustrating.
I think.
So I want to be a detective, bro. Just lock people
we can
away.
end it on this. That video I showed you before, or that you pulled up, talking about evil as a whole, and this was in reference to the Lord of the Rings trilogy. I'm gonna butcher this, but the idea that evil men and evil in general prop up and become a force when good men, or in this case, I'm going to say good people in general, just people stop doing the ordinary things. It's not people doing heroic things. It's not good people doing things that are grand in a sense of like a great speech in front of Senate or a great speech before a battle like they do in Lord of the Rings. It's the ordinary things. You get up in the morning, you go to work, you kiss your wife good night, kiss your wife good morning, your kids, you talk to them, hang out with them, spend some time with them, teach them what you know, influence their lives, learn from your parents. Like all of these things, these ordinary things that we take for granted are what keep evil at bay.
Yeah. And
the reference to Lord of the Rings there is people, for anybody who knows Lord of the Rings universe, when the movies kick off, it's in the Third Age, and Sauron is ready to attack Middle Earth. But there's the Black Gate, there's Minas Morgul, and there's the east side of Osgiliath, and all these the Black Gate and Minas Morgul are Mordor territory. They are evil fortresses. The crazy thing is, those were actually once men's fortresses. They were built by Gondor, by the good men of the world. That over thousands and thousands of years of bad kings, of people that stopped doing the little things, evil slowly festers and slowly start like just creeping in. Slowly start creeping into our lives, into the neighborhoods, into the media, into the stores, into our children. And you get enough generations of that, and we lost. And then you look back and you see that we lost hundreds of thousands of square miles of territory without even maybe a battle even being fought. It was just a slow decay, the slow rotting of society as we know it that makes evil fester. So the idea is, I thought that was a really cool thing to end on. Is just saying like, hey, like there's not a lot that's required of us. Like we don't have to become president of the United States to make a difference.
Nope.
We don't have to be these great men of power to make a difference. It's the little things, the ordinary things, the very, very ordinary, simple things that keep evil at bay. We just need enough people doing those things, ordinary things, without overlooking them to keep evil at bay. Because then what happens is what happens at the end of Lord of the Rings. We're forced to go to war, and it's ugly, and it's bad. So to have to take back the things that were once ours is ugly, and you can use that for anything, dude. I don't even mean physically, like go to war. Sometimes we lose our children, and then getting our children back is hard. You lose your family sometimes, and it's hard to fight back. It's a war. When maybe if you just did the ordinary things in your life, you wouldn't have to have those fights, or have those problems and those struggles, as we get older and as life goes on. So that's the point of that whole idea, is just like, it's only when we stop doing the ordinary and simple things that we allow evil to fester and really creep up. And before we know it, we lost everything that we thought everything that we built.
Judgment Day is coming, baby.
Oh, yeah.
And I don't mean Terminator.
Oh, yeah.
Judgment Day is coming.
Yeah.
Get your shit together. It's the easiest way to say it. Get your shit together, because whether it be tomorrow, 100 years from now, whatever the case, Judgment Day is coming. That's not a guess.
Well,
that's not a...
I don't mean to end on a depressing note, but you're right. Like, hey,
Judgment Day is coming, baby.
Jesus is here, guys. Like, it's really easy to find him. I'm not joking. Like, you could do that. Good exists.
Every knee will bow. Everybody will hear the trumpets, bro. No matter where you are, no matter time of day, Judgment Day is coming, so get your shit together ASAP. If you're lucky enough, my son making noise upstairs. If you're lucky enough, as sad as it sounds, but if you're lucky enough to leave this earth in good standing, like my dad, for example, there's people who will meet God early in a good way. Mm-hmm. But for the rest of us who are stuck here, and you never know, Jesus could come back in our lifetime. Get your stuff together before it's too late. Judgment Day will be here soon. Yeah.
Before we go, can you fix the Game of Thrones thing behind you? It's bothering me. I'm forgetting to tell you. There you go.
Winter is here, baby. Winter is here. Also, speaking of winter, by the way, This is a this is a genuine announcement for everybody.
Just another one of your.
Yeah.
Okay.
Since we're in.
We'll end it on this.
Since we're in the middle of a blizzard, apparently, right? News. I think a news.
We could go upstairs, dude. There's going to be 3 inches of snow.
No, dude. Let me tell you something, dude. Weathermen is the only profession on the planet that you can shoot and miss every single day of your life, and you're still employed collecting a paycheck. But with that being said, if you are in a territory, which every one of our subscribers is, because we only have 32 and they're probably all of our friends in the East Coast. Clean the snow off top of your car. If you are driving and you have snow on the top of your car, there's no other way to say it. You're an asshole. There's no other way to say it. You're a scumbag. It's not about cleaning. You clean your headlights, you clean your taillights.
But do you mean even like when it's like it just snowed, the snow is super soft, even then?
No, you can wait. Clean it before you drive the car.
No, but like it's super soft. Like before I get down the block, it's already gonna fly off my car. Like,
Don't
should
listen.
still clean it.
If you have a long driveway that's a quarter of a mile or 100 yards before you hit the road and it's gonna fly off in the driveway, be my guest. But if you're gonna turn onto a street,
on the street,
and it's gonna fly off, you're an asshole.
So even if it's fresh snow,
don't care, dude.
All right.
I mean, I see the argument of fresh snow because it's soft.
Nice and soft, it's powder.
But like,
powder.
yeah, but it's not about that. It's about I'm now driving behind you and it's all flying off and I gotta turn my windshield wipers on, dude.
Yeah.
Clean it. Get a ladder if you're too short. If you bought an SUV or a pickup and you're too short, get a ladder, dude. Clean it off. And if you don't clean it off, karma's gonna come for you. You're gonna have a big block of ice impale your windshield.
There's no such thing as karma.
Yeah, that's true. You make your own luck. Anyways, don't be an asshole. Clean your snow off, please.
Don't be an asshole.
Please. Or do the new trend. Everybody's putting those big ass tarps over their car. Just take tarp off when it snows down.
Oh, that's what I do now.
Yeah.
I got it for Christmas. I got the windshield tarp.
Dude,
no
that's
ice.
it.
No ice.
Cover the car, get a big bag, cover the car, let it snow. When you're done,
Dude, I don't know.
take it
Speaking
off.
of which, I don't know how big plastic tarps have not been a thing already for like the walkway in front of your house or something. Dude. Why do we not put a plastic thing down in front of our walkway or sidewalks? Then after it's done snowing, I just go there and just pull the plastic off.
Sounds like $1 million idea.
Why is it not a thing, dude?
We should stop saying it out loud.
I'm not going to put this in the recording. So nobody steals our
we
idea.
should make it. Nah, steal it. I don't care. I've been stolen enough from already. So. Anyways, dude, nice chat. Hey, next week or whenever we do this, it's going to be big.
Yeah.
It's going to be big.
Next week we have a big topic.
Big one. The best one. Best one.
The best one, yeah.
And as men, we're qualified to talk about it.
Oh.
Take that.
That's a good hint.
Take that.
That's a good hint.
Take that.
That's a good hint. Cheers.
Salud. God bless.
Cheers, everybody. Thanks for watching. Oh, call to action. Like, subscribe, comment.
Shout out Danny.
Share it. Danny, thanks for the comment ahead of time.
Yeah, Danny's going to comment, even if he doesn't watch it, but he watches it.
I hope so.
He does.
All right. Love you guys. Peace.